Salve Te, 241 to 245, Book 2, continuing. O patria, o divum domus iliet incluta bello moenia Dardanidum. Aeneas, we're reminded again that Aeneas is speaking here. This is all his narrative, because he's so moved that he calls on Ilium, Troy, as if it's a person who's not there and who doesn't even exist anymore. This is an apostrophe calling on someone or something that's not there for dramatic effect. And he's so moved by this story and his pain that he calls out to Troy. O patria, O country, O divum domus Ilium, O Ilium, house divum of the gods. That divum is really divorum. It's been syncopated. So one more time. These are all vocatives, by the way, too. O patria, O divum domus Ilium, O Ilium, or Troy, home, and then divum is genitive of the gods, because it's really divorum. Et incluta bello moenia Dardanium. And we'll also call on the walls of Dardanidorum. This is also apocryphated, genitive, and it's shouldn't make it green, should make it purple. It's a genitive also. Dardanidorum, the or in there. He calls, O country, O Ilium, home of the gods, and the walls of the Dardanians, incluta, famous, bello, by war, because of war. And so incluta is also going to modify moenia. It's calling on all this stuff. And bello, ablative, describes why they're famous. And of course, this is contrasted with the Greeks, who are famous because of their treachery. The Troy is famous because of its prowess in war. Quater ips in limine portae substitit at cutero sonitum quater arma dedere. You might notice the quater. We are getting some anaphora here. 4 times. 4 times it substitit, it stopped. And we're referring to the horse, right? The equus is the subject. 4 times the horse stopped. In limine ipso, ablative of place, on the threshold itself, portae, of the gate. So we know that they opened up the gates to let it in. And 4 times it stopped, or it banged, stumbled, resisted, whatever you want to say, on the threshold. And Romans, being very superstitious, did also think it was unlucky to stumble on the threshold. So 4 times it stumbled, or it stopped on the threshold itself of the gate. A bad omen. And 4 times, again, the arms dedere. This is really dederunt. It's a perfect. 4 times the arms gave a sonitum. In other words, a clang of the armor inside. Utero, from the belly. Utero. We used the word utero to describe the belly of the horse before, and now we're using it again. The sound is coming from the belly. We also use the word feta, pregnant. Instamus, tamen, imemores, caequique furore, et monstrin felix sacrata sistimus arce. We press on. Instamus. We use that word of Dido and the Tyrians when they're building their city, and the Trojans are pressing on with this, even though it's going to bring their destruction. However, we press on, imemores, unmindful. And that modifies the Trojans. And kaiki, and blind. How are they blind? With rage. Not so much that they're blinded because of rage, but this is the result, is they're going to be mad. So you could, because of their blindness, you could say, we press on, however, unmindful and blind, crazy, mad. But it's blind with madness. Et monstrin felix sacratas sistimus arche. And we, subject is we of sistimus, we stand up, the monstrum in felix, the unlucky, the unhappy or unlucky omen, monster. This is the horse. And it has this significance that it's an omen from the gods. He uses the word monstrum. Sacrata arche, in the sacred citadel. In, ablative of place. And this is definitely ironic that this unlucky omen would be in the sacred citadel. They would stand it up there. This is a nice little chiasmus too. We have sacred citadel around the standing up. They're standing it up in the sacred citadel, so you got a very visual little word picture there. Let's go ahead and just go over the whole thing one more time. O fatherland, O Ilium, the home of the gods, and the walls of the Dardanians, famous because of war. 4 times it, the horse, stopped on the very threshold of the gate, and 4 times the arms gave a sound from the belly. We pressed on, however, unmindful and blind with madness, and stood up, the unlucky omen, in the sacred citadel. Walete.